No one understood why the lynx stopped eating, and no one expected a simple thing could reveal the truth. The lynx stares at her food bowl. She does not move. Her amber eyes hold a sadness that breaks hearts. 3 days without eating. The veterinarians have no answers. The beautiful wildcat is choosing to starve. Nobody understands why. Dr. Ethan Sato watches Suri through the observation window. The young lynx sits motionless in her enclosure. Her spotted coat looks dull. Her muscular frame already shows signs of weight loss. Every instinct tells him something is terribly wrong. She looks perfect physically. Ethan tells his colleague Elena Maristella, everything checks out fine. No infections, no parasites, nothing wrong at all. Elena frowns at the charts in her hands. Then why will she not eat? Ethan shakes his head slowly. His frustration is growing with each passing hour. I wish I knew. Suri arrived at Cascade Wildlife Rescue 3 days ago. The transfer came from Mountain View Wildlife Center up north. They said she was healthy, active, eating well every single day. But the moment she entered her new enclosure here, everything changed. She stopped eating entirely. She barely moved from one spot. She just sat in the corner, staring at nothing. Her beautiful amber eyes looked empty, hollow, like something inside her had died. The food sits untouched again this morning. Fresh rabbit meat, her documented favorite meal. The night staff tried offering fish yesterday, then chicken, then even live prey this morning. Nothing worked at all. Suri would not even look at the food bowls. She just turned her face away. Those haunting amber eyes refused to acknowledge anything. She seemed to be waiting for something. Or maybe waiting to die. We are losing her fast, Elena says quietly. Her voice cracks with emotion. If she does not eat soon, we must intervene. Ethan knows exactly what that means. Force feeding through tubes. Heavy sedation. Procedures that stress wild animals to dangerous levels. For a lynx, that kind of stress alone could kill her. The cure might be worse than the problem. Ethan calls Mountain View Wildlife Center. He speaks with their facility director, a woman named Jennifer Walsh. Did Suri show any signs of this before transfer? Ethan asks. Jennifer sounds genuinely confused by the question. None whatsoever. She ate every single meal, played with her enrichment toys. She was one of our healthiest residents, actually. Any changes in behavior recently? Ethan presses for more details. Jennifer pauses to think. Actually, now that you mention it, she seemed quieter the last week. But we thought it was just stress about the upcoming move. You know how animals sense changes coming? Ethan writes this down in his notes. Ethan thanks her and hangs up feeling more confused. The puzzle pieces do not fit together at all. Healthy lynx, normal behavior, good appetite, then suddenly complete shutdown after transfer. What happened during those 3 hours of transport? What traumatized her so badly? What is she missing from her old home? That evening, Ethan decides to watch the overnight footage. Maybe Suri eats when humans are not around. Some animals do exactly that. They feel safer in complete darkness, away from watching eyes. He sets up his laptop in the observation room. The night cameras have excellent clarity. He can see every detail of her enclosure. He watches 8 hours of footage, fast forwards through the quiet hours. His heart sinks with every passing minute. Suri never moves toward her food even once. She does not even sniff it, does not acknowledge it exists. Instead, she paces along the left wall, back and forth in the same pattern, always the same wall, always the same exact route, like she is searching for something, like she expects something to appear. That is very odd, Ethan mutters to himself. He rewinds the tape, watches the pattern again more carefully. Suri paces for hours, literally hours. But only along one specific wall, the wall that faces the empty enclosure next door. The next morning brings worse news. Suri has lost significant weight overnight. Her ribs are beginning to show through. Her energy drops even further. She can barely stand up now. Maybe she is protesting the transfer somehow, Elena suggests. Some animals do that, refuse food as a form of control, to show displeasure with their situation. Ethan considers this theory carefully, but she is not aggressive, not defensive, not territorial. She just seems profoundly sad. Elena nods in agreement. Depressed animals stop eating too. Maybe she misses her old home. They try environmental enrichment next. New toys scattered throughout the enclosure, complex climbing structures, hiding spots, even recorded sounds of other lynx. Suri ignores absolutely everything. She returns to her spot by the left wall, sits down heavily, stares, occasionally paces her route, but mostly just sits and stares. Like she is waiting for someone, like she expects someone to appear. Ethan examines the wall she watches so carefully. Solid concrete painted neutral gray. Nothing unusual about it at all. The enclosure next door is completely empty. Has been empty for 3 weeks now. No smells drifting through, no sounds coming from there, no animals anywhere nearby. No reason for Suri's fixation. Yet, she cannot stop staring at that specific wall. Cannot stop pacing that exact route. Before we continue with his desperate search for answers, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. You will not believe what finally solves this mystery. A few days pass. Suri's condition becomes critical. Ethan calls a specialist from the university, Dr. Patricia Morrison. She arrives that same afternoon. She examines Suri thoroughly through the glass, takes detailed notes, studies her behavior patterns. I am finding nothing wrong, Patricia admits after 2 hours. This does not make medical sense at all. Ethan feels his frustration building higher. There has to be something. Animals do not just stop eating for no reason whatsoever. Patricia looks troubled by the mystery. Unless it is purely psychological, but even then, we would see some indicators, some clues. They review Suri's complete history together. Raised in captivity since she was a small cub. Well socialized with humans. Good temperament. No history of behavioral issues anywhere. No trauma markers in her records. No red flags in her background. She should be adjusting perfectly fine to the new facility. Better even. This place is larger, more modern, better designed. Maybe she bonded with a keeper at the old facility, Elena suggests. Sometimes animals form incredibly strong attachments. Ethan calls Mountain View again, asks Jennifer about recent staff changes. She confirms nothing unusual happened. Same staff for over 2 years. Suri interacted well with everyone equally. No special bonds that we noticed. Today, Ethan makes a difficult decision. They must begin force-feeding. They have no other choice left. This is only temporary, Ethan tells the team afterward. We cannot keep doing this. Her body cannot handle repeated stress. Elena looks grim. Her eyes are red from crying. How long do we try? Ethan does not want to answer, does not want to think about giving up. That night, Ethan stays late at the center. He sits outside Suri's enclosure, watches her through the glass panel. She lies near the left wall, not sleeping, just lying there. Her breathing is shallow and labored. Her eyes are open but completely unfocused. She looks like she has given up entirely, like she is just waiting to die, like living has become too painful. What are you trying to tell me? Ethan whispers into the darkness. What do you need that we cannot give you? Suri does not react to his voice. She just continues staring at the wall. The empty wall. The wall that seems to hold all her attention, all her desperate longing, all her remaining will to live. Ethan gets an idea suddenly. Maybe there is something in that wall. Some sound frequency humans cannot hear. Some vibration only animals detect. some structural issue. He brings in acoustic equipment, thermal imaging cameras, electromagnetic sensors, scans the entire wall thoroughly, top to bottom, side to side. Nothing appears on any device. The wall is completely normal. No hidden sounds, no temperature variations, no electrical interference, no vibrations. Just a regular concrete wall painted gray. Yet Suri remains fixated on it, cannot look away from it, cannot stop expecting something from it. Ethan researches obsessively for days. He reads every paper on captive lynx behavior, studies cases of unexplained appetite loss in wild cats, joins online forums with other wildlife veterinarians worldwide. Everyone offers theories. Stress, depression, hidden illness, trauma. None of them fit perfectly. None of them explain Suri's specific pattern, her wall fixation, her complete shutdown. Ethan tries something desperate. He moves Suri to a completely different enclosure. Totally different layout, different walls, different views, different everything. Maybe a fresh environment will reset her behavior, reset her mind, give her a reason to start over fresh. It does not work at all. Within 1 hour, Suri finds a corner, the corner farthest from human activity. She lies down heavily, turns her face away, refuses to even look at the food bowl. She has given up completely now. She just wants to die in peace, wants the pain to stop. "We are running out of options," Elena says. Her voice breaks. Ethan knows she is right. One more force-feeding attempt. That is all she can handle physically. Elena nods sadly. And then? Ethan cannot say it out loud, but they both know. Sometimes the kindest thing is letting go, ending the suffering. That night, Ethan cannot sleep at all. He keeps thinking about Suri, about her sad amber eyes, about the mystery he cannot solve. Why does a healthy lynx choose death? What is she missing? What does she need that nobody can provide? What did she lose? He pulls out his phone, scrolls through photos of Suri, images from Mountain View facility, her arrival here, the early days. He compares them carefully, looking for any differences, looking for any clues, looking for absolutely anything. He notices something strange in the background, in photos from Mountain View. Suri's enclosure looked different somehow. He cannot quite identify what. He zooms in, tries to make out details, but the photo quality is poor, too grainy to see clearly. Next day, Ethan calls Mountain View again, speaks with Jennifer Walsh. "I need to speak with Suri's primary keeper, the person who worked with her most closely." Jennifer hesitates. That would be Thomas Bradley, but he has been on medical leave. He got very sick about 3 weeks ago. Ethan's heart sinks. 3 weeks ago? Right before Suri transferred? Jennifer confirms. Yes, actually. He was heartbroken to miss saying goodbye. He really cared about her. Ethan asks urgently, "Can I get his phone number? This is critical." Jennifer provides it. But I doubt he will answer. He has been quite ill. Ethan tries calling Thomas immediately. No answer. The call goes to voicemail. Ethan leaves a detailed message, explains the situation, begs Thomas to call back, but the phone stays silent. Thomas does not respond. Ethan tries twice more. Still nothing. Another dead end. The next morning, Ethan arrives to find Suri even worse. She is not responsive at all now. Her breathing is irregular. Her body temperature is dropping. This is it, the final stages. She will be gone within hours, maybe sooner. Elena finds Ethan crying in his office. "We need to schedule it," she says gently. "We cannot let her suffer more." Ethan nods. He knows she is right. "This afternoon. Let her rest this morning. Then this afternoon we let her go." The staff gathers to say goodbye. Everyone who worked with Suri. Everyone who tried to help her. They stand outside her enclosure. Some crying, some silent. All heartbroken. This beautiful lynx is dying, and nobody could save her. Nobody could figure out why. Ethan is preparing the necessary medications. His hands shake. His vision blurs. He has failed her, failed to solve the mystery, failed to give her what she needed. In just 1 hour, Suri will be gone forever. Then his phone rings, unknown number. Ethan almost ignores it, but something makes him answer. "Hello?" A weak voice responds. "Dr. Sato, this is Thomas Bradley. From Mountain View. I just got your messages. What is wrong with Suri?" Ethan explains everything in a rush. The refusal to eat, the wall fixation, the complete shutdown, the impending euthanasia. Thomas listens quietly. Then he makes a sound, a choked sob. "Oh no. Oh God, this is my fault." "What do you mean?" Ethan demands. "What is your fault?" Thomas takes a shaky breath. "I need to tell you something. Something nobody else knows. Something not in her records." Ethan sits down. His heart pounds. "Tell me everything. Right now." Thomas begins to speak. His voice cracks with emotion. "Suri had a twin sister. They came to us together as cubs. Were inseparable their whole lives. Slept together, ate together, did everything together." Ethan feels something clicking. "What happened to the sister?" Thomas's voice breaks completely. "She died, about 6 months ago. Sudden heart failure, genetic defect. She was gone in minutes. Suri was there when it happened." "Why is this not in the records?" Ethan asks. Thomas explains. "Different registration system. They were logged separately. The connection was not documented properly." Ethan urges him to continue. "What happened after the sister died?" Thomas takes another shaky breath. "Suri fell apart, stopped eating completely, searched for her sister everywhere, cried for days. I thought she would die too, from grief, from refusing to live without her twin." "How did you help her?" Ethan presses. Thomas pauses. "This is the part nobody knows. Not management. Not anyone. I brought something to her enclosure. Something that helped her. Something I never told anyone about." "What did you bring?" Ethan's hands are shaking now. Thomas continues. "A large mirror. A full-length mirror. I set it up against the wall between enclosures. I thought maybe seeing herself would help. Would give her some comfort somehow." Ethan feels his breath catch. "What happened?" Thomas's voice softens. "She saw her reflection, and she thought it was her sister. I watched her reaction. She chirped. The greeting sound Lynx make. She thought her twin had come back somehow." "Did she start eating?" Ethan asks urgently. Thomas confirms. "Immediately. That same day. She would eat her meals, then look at the mirror, like checking if her sister was watching, like sharing the meal. She spent hours near that mirror every day." Ethan feels tears streaming down his face. "Why did you not tell anyone?" Thomas explains sadly. "I was going to, but then I got sick. Really sick. Needed surgery. I was going to brief the transfer team, but I collapsed the day before. Was rushed to hospital. So nobody knew about the mirror?" Ethan clarifies. Thomas confirms. "Nobody. And Suri was transferred while I was recovering. I have been too sick to check on her, until I got your messages today. Oh God, she lost her sister all over again." Ethan looks at his watch. 45 minutes until the scheduled euthanasia. "Thomas, I need to go. Thank you. You just saved her life." He hangs up, runs to find Elena. "Cancel it. Cancel the euthanasia. I know what she needs." They call every store nearby. Pet stores, department stores, furniture stores. Finally find a dance studio going out of business. They have wall-length mirrors for sale. The staff helps him carry it inside. Navigate the hallways carefully. Bring it to Suri's enclosure. Ethan has them position it against the left wall, the wall she kept staring at. For long minutes, nothing happens at all. Suri lies completely motionless, barely breathing. Then, very slowly, she lifts her head. Her nose twitches slightly, catching new reflections. Her eyes open wider. Focus on the mirror across from her. Suri stands up. She takes one step, then another, moves toward the mirror slowly, cautiously, like she cannot believe what she sees, like she is afraid it will disappear. She reaches the mirror, stares at her reflection, at the other lynx looking back. Her entire body goes completely rigid. Then, something miraculous happens. Suri makes a sound, a chirping sound. The sound lynx make when greeting each other, when recognizing family, when seeing someone they love. Tears stream down Ethan's face. He cannot stop them, cannot speak, can only watch. Elena stands beside him, also crying, also unable to speak. The entire staff crowds around, watching through the glass, watching Suri come back to life. She thinks her sister came back, Elena whispers. Ethan can only nod, cannot find words, just watches Suri eat, watches her take bite after bite, watches her glance at the mirror constantly, watches her believe that her twin sister has returned. Over the following weeks, Suri thrives. She gains weight rapidly. Her coat regains its full shine. Her energy returns completely. Every morning she greets her mirror twin. Every evening she sleeps beside it. She seems genuinely happy now. One quiet afternoon, Ethan sits near Suri's enclosure. She is napping by her mirror. Her twin reflection naps beside her. They look peaceful, content. Two lynx sisters together, even if one exists only in glass. Even if the truth is more complicated than appearances. Even if reality is sadder than the illusion. Elena joins him. Do you think she knows? Ethan looks at her. Knows what exactly? Elena gestures at the mirror. That it is just her reflection. That her sister is really gone forever. Ethan has wondered this many times. He still does not have a definitive answer. I think she knows on some level, he says finally. Animals are smarter than we give them credit for, but the mirror gives her something she desperately needs. A way to cope, a reason to keep living, a method to manage unbearable grief. Elena nods slowly. Like people keeping photos of loved ones? Ethan smiles. Exactly like that. The Suri story taught us that love takes many forms in life. Sometimes it lives in memories, sometimes in photographs, sometimes in reflections that remind us we are never truly alone. Thank you for watching this story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me share more stories that you will love.